You and I are going to be the greatest musical manager team since Jessica Simpson and her father. Only you and I get to meow, and they can't because it's illegal. I looked it up.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Devin.
And I love rewatching movies over and over again.
And I actually really love romantic comedies. Don't judge me.
So this is a show where we rewatch rom-coms, break them down a bit for you, maybe take a peek behind the curtain, dig beneath the surface, and decide. Does it still hold up?
Today we have
Just Friends.
So Just Friends is directed by Roger Kumble. He also did Cruel Intentions, College Road Trip. Most recently, though, the Netflix romantic comedy Falling in Love.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
Totally.
So the movie starts in high school, senior year. We have Chris Brander, played by Ryan Reynolds. He's fat in the beginning, which amazing opening scene when he's in his bedroom talking to himself. We only see like his back, and he's writing a letter to Jamie Palomino, played by Amy Smart. I love his fat phase voice where he's like, I wanna be your boyfriend, Jamie. Sign my yearbook. Jamie, I want to kiss you, Jamie. He amps up the creep factor of
nails
like
it.
this fat best friend. So our boy Chris Brander goes to this party to reveal to Jamie how he feels about her. It ends up that a letter he wrote to her gets captured by a douchey jock character. That guy reads the letter to the whole party. Chris is completely ruined by this. Everyone's making fun of him. This is compounded by the fact that Jamie confronts him about the letter and says, "Did you mean everything you said? I love you so much. As a friend, as a brother."
As a brother, I
Oh,
think.
that's
Yeah.
even worse than
I know
as a friend.
it is worse.
Oh, man, I feel for him. Chris Brander leaves the party, seemingly just leaves the town after that night in high school. Like, nobody sees him after this moment. He goes straight to Los Angeles, loses a ton of weight, gets shredded, gains a pile of confidence, becomes the Ryan Reynolds we know. You know, he starts banging a lot of chicks randomly. And he ends
He's
up
a
as...
womanizer.
Yeah, he becomes a womanizer. He ends up as a record label representative. 10 years goes by. He's tasked with getting music superstar Samantha James, played by Anna Faris?
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris,
Is
yeah.
that legit? She's Anna Faris?
I would think so, yeah. That's what I've heard.
Side
her name
note,
is. Yeah.
if your name is spelt Anna and you make people pronounce it Anna, come on.
Actually, I knew somebody named Kara, but it was spelled like Kara.
Oh,
Yeah.
nobody likes you. Just an FYI to those people. Unless you're a movie superstar, like Anna Faris can get away with this. I'm
Yeah.
even saying it too. I'm committing.
Anna Faris.
But if you're just an everyday person, like, it's Anna, actually. I don't like you.
You're correcting people a lot throughout your life. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just let it go. At
I'm
that
sorry,
point,
guys. It's actually Anna.
accept your fate. You're Anna.
Yeah.
It's fine. So Anna Faris is playing Samantha James, music superstar. Chris Brander is tasked with getting her on his record label. They actually had a relationship in the past. So Samantha sees him and she's like, "Ooh, I'm psyched. Chris Brander's trying to woo me again." They take a flight and their plane has to make an emergency landing where Chris and Sam end up being stuck in his hometown. And that is where our conflict arises because Chris reconnects with Jamie and he decides, I want to get in on that.
And he totally turns back into his nerd dweeb
He reverts
ways.
back to
he
it.
does. He does. At first he tries to play it like super cool. I'm too cool for school. This girl's not good enough for me. And then he's like, "Oh, that's not working. I need to turn back into like the nerd dweeb." But I think he does it. He just like melts right as soon as he starts talking to her.
I feel like that's actually a relatable part of this. I would go back to my childhood home, and I vividly remember I had this big Lindsay Lohan poster on the wall.
Oh my god.
And I'm like a 26-year-old guy going back home being like, why is this here? Like, this is what I used to be, and I'm kind of realizing, like, that was high school you, dude.
Lindsay Lohan, like from what movie, or just like in general?
Like,
not
Herbie Fully Loaded.
not like Parent Trap.
No. Oh, wow. We'd be digging into a lot of issues at that point. No.
Well, you were a kid.
Like, what was it, Freaky Friday? Like Freaky Friday,
Okay,
Lindsay
Freaky
Lohan.
Friday, yeah.
Like, before she really fell off the cliff,
Yes. Oh, those dark days.
when she was doing, Mean Girls, Lindsay
Okay,
Lohan.
yep.
Yeah, when she was, we thought, all right.
Yeah.
What are your first thoughts on the movie Just Friends?
So I like the movie. It's good. But I thought, so one part of the movie that really stuck out to me was that they were really stuck in their high school days. It seemed that no one really moved on from high school if they stayed in town. Like Chris Brander's friends, they got married to each other. his best friends from high school. And Jamie works at the local pub and lives with her parents.
Ugh, yeah.
Dusty Dinkelman still has that song that he wrote to
Dusty
Jamie
Dinkelman.
when they were in high school. Like, this is 10 years later when Jamie smiles.
I think that's kind of typical of small town America, in that when you go back to your hometown, you're kind of like, oh, look at who still works at the Foodland.
Yeah,
Doug, what have you been up to, man?
Yeah.
Still been here. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
10 years have passed. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know that 10 years has gone by?
I feel like anytime you leave your hometown and go back, you'll always see those characters who's like
that
you
never
know,
move on.
that never move on.
Yeah,
exactly.
or grow up, I guess. Never grow up. Yeah.
This movie, nonstop funny in my opinion. I
Yes.
only looked at the time once.
Yeah, same. It went by so fast.
I find with a lot of romantic comedies, they're maybe 10 minutes too long. This one I
Yeah.
almost thought was 10 minutes too short, which is a good problem to have.
Yes,
You want
it's-
your audience wanting more.
There was almost like a lull in other movies.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it was like, oh my, I actually asked you, I said, oh, it's over already?
Yeah.
Like, how long is this movie? It's actually an hour and a half.
With that said, I mean, the slapstick comedy with Ryan Reynolds of him falling, getting slapped, getting punched all the time,
Oh yeah, his
It-
poor face, his beautiful poor face.
his face is an honorable mention of mine,
Oh,
which we're going to get to in a sec. I'm glad you
no.
brought that up. That's on the way, though.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, that kind of wore on me a little bit as well. We need to address, and I feel like it's typical of a lot of movies of early 2000s, late 90s. There were some homophobic remarks that caught me as like, ooh,
yeah,
you can't say that
every
anymore.
time it would like they'd say something and be like, oh no, you can't say that.
Yeah,
That's not
we're-
allowed.
We're like cringing.
Yeah, total. Something else that kind of stuck out to me, and I'm going to talk about it later, but is the character of Samantha James.
Oh, I've got so much
Her
to say about her.
character, she's wild. Like, adding her character to this movie was gold. There were so many things happening in this movie, and it was nonstop, and she was nonstop. Like, it was nuts.
Who do we think Samantha James is based off of in real life? I imagine they had a musician in mind. They're like, okay, we're going to take X and just crank the crazy up. Don't look at my notes. Because I do have a theory on this.
Okay, so I actually have an answer for you.
Oh,
so,
you already thought about this.
yeah, I did some
Wait,
research.
is it a quick fact?
It is a quick fact, but let's talk about it.
So I think Samantha James, played by Anna Faris,
Yeah.
secretly horrible musician, complete idiot, more than a little bit unhinged. At first I thought...
Totally unhinged.
Totally unhinged.
Oh my god.
At first, and I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, at first I thought Britney Spears. But then I'm like, you know what? Britney
2008 Britney Spears? It was
Yes.
too early for that.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
We
but
didn't-
it was
we didn't
foreshadowing
know
maybe.
yet. Maybe it was foreshadowing. Well, at first I thought it was a Britney Spears, but then Britney Spears actually has some talent.
Yes.
And
yeah,
then,
she
like,
does. Yeah.
I settled on an Ashley Simpson. Because Ashley
Oh.
Simpson is actually untalented.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think like her.
Wait, did I nail it?
No,
Why
you
did
didn't.
you say?
No,
oh,
you didn't. I was gonna say, oh yeah, that's a good thought.
Because she had that thing on SNL where it's like she was actually lip syncing everything.
Yeah,
and it
and-
turns
and
out
I-
she's not actually.
And I
that
think
good
her
of a singer.
sister, her being famous, kind of helped her out.
Dragged her along. A little
Right.
bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on. Come along.
So what's the right answer? Do you-
Okay. So the I was gonna get you to guess this, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you. Okay. Well,
those are my guesses.
okay,
Ashley
they're
Simpson.
wrong,
Oh,
but you're going to be pleasantly interested in the actual answer.
what is it?
Paris Hilton.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense.
Right? So oddly,
Although she tried to be a DJ, slightly different, but I get. Oh man, she had that one song that was really bad. The one where she's on the beach.
yes.
I think it was called like
forgot
On the
about
Beach or
that.
something.
So oddly enough, she actually auditioned for the role of Samantha James.
That's a little too accurate at that point. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't like what the movie would have said with her in it. Just her being so famous, but for not great reasons around that time. They didn't want her to be cast as Samantha James in the movie.
Turn You On. Oh no, Stars Are Blind.
Oh,
That was a
yes.
bad song.
That
That
was
was after though. That was '08. Man, she tried the music thing for a while. Good on you, Paris. You
And
gave
then-
it a shot.
And then wasn't she a DJ in Las Vegas for a while?
Yeah, she would DJ,
Yeah.
which really anybody can be a DJ if you're famous enough.
Yes, and you have the right equipment.
Joe Jonas was a DJ. I mean,
Really?
Although I think he is talented, though.
Yes.
I've got another question.
Okay.
Did you notice that we nearly had a porno in the first 10 minutes of this movie?
When
Do
she
you know what I'm
jumps on
talking
the
about?
bed? Oh.
No, I'm talking about when Chris Brander enters this party and asks, "Hey guys, where's Jamie?" And his friend Clark says, "I saw her go into the garage with the football team." Immediately, my mind started racing. I'm like, whoa, how racy is this movie? Because that definitely sounds like the start of a pornographic film. Thank God it's not. But, like, went into the garage with and who else? Like, the mailman's there. The pizza guy went in there, too, and the landlord. It's so random. All
The
these...
guy who brought the keg.
Yeah, just all your classic porno tropes. Okay. Let's get this off the table right off the way as well. Would you bang fat Ryan Reynolds?
No.
Oh no, why
I
not?
know. Like, you know what? His personality is still great. And he has a very kind heart.
The most politically correct answer to this question.
But I don't think
Nice personality, are you kidding?
I don't think I'd be into it.
Poor guy. Wow.
I know.
Would you hit him with the you're like a brother to me? That's a
no,
yes
I
in
think I'd be like
disguise.
I think I'd be like, I think we're better as just friends.
Wow. Would you lead him on the way my
Oh
theory
my God.
is she led him on, right?
Yes,
'Kay.
and Dusty Dinkelman. I think she led a lot of guys on. The way that the
Yeah.
movie kind of portrays her, I didn't really love her in this movie.
Agreed.
I didn't
actually
yeah.
really agree with that.
I didn't really like her character. I found part of me was like, man, like how many guys do you have on the go right now that you have friend zoned them and you haven't given them like an ounce of actual facts of do you like me or not? Like
Mhm.
clearly all the signs are there. Are you just blind to love or do you just ignore it and continue dragging them along with you?
Her character would be great on a reality show like Love is Blind or
Yeah,
something, or The Bachelorette.
she
She
would
should have
be.
been The Bachelorette.
Oh
Amy
my
Smart.
gosh.
Let's
Yeah,
see if
have
she's
all
still
those
with
guys
anybody.
to lead on. What, like 20 guys?
Yeah.
Come everyone, come on over.
Is that you wooing guys? Come on over, guys.
Maybe they're all the football team.
Yeah.
Just sign them up.
Just goes out at practice. All right, guys, come on
Yeah.
over. It's like that bedroom scene where she's flipping over. He can see her underwear. She's touching his chest, head in his crotch.
I was
like for a
dying.
teenage boy, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he averaged 5.5 boners
During that time.
scene. Yeah.
Well, he kind of
Definitely.
like it panned to his face, and he was just like, "Oh my god."
Oh, you could tell.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got one.
Yeah.
Oh boy. How correct is Chris Brander? So this is after he's in LA. He's kind of established himself as a womanizer.
Yep.
He says the line, "Lunch is the express lane to the friend zone."
I think I agree.
Oh, 100% I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if it's like almost like going for like a stroll through the park, or
Yeah.
like it's not anything romantic.
Right.
Lunch is like a break between your workday.
Yeah,
Right.
literally for
It
most people
literally-
it is.
Like it's the hour that you have off. Oh, hey, do you want to go for lunch next Thursday? I have an
Yeah,
hour.
Right. I mean, even if back when I used to play the field, even if you go for coffee, you do like a 6 o'clock coffee
Yes.
because it can still
After
maybe,
dinner.
Yeah, maybe it can translate into something physical.
Yeah, it's not quite
Lunch.
it's
no.
not quite dinner, but it's like it's after dinner, so it still sets the mood that it's later than lunch. Like anything
Do you hate
other
lunch?
than
Is
lunch.
that
No,
what I'm
I like
getting?
lunch. But I don't think I would go on a date for lunch.
No.
I don't think I've ever been on a date for lunch.
I was trying to rack my brain. I don't think I've done, like, especially not in the first 3 or 4 dates, have I done a lunch date. Like, you don't establish yourself. He's right. You don't establish yourself as the lunch date guy because then you're a friend.
Or if you do decide to go for a lunch date, plan something else after it, like a nice
Right.
stroll through the park, and then it's like more than just lunch.
Bingo.
Right?
And then there's a way to,
Yeah, kiss her
Yeah.
at the end.
yeah. The whole scenario with Chris Brander going back to his childhood home, I love all of that. Like the mom's reaction to him
Oh
coming
my
home in the doorway, where
God.
she gets so excited, she starts crying. She's like, "Oh my God, you're here!" Like,
She's hilarious.
she's hilarious. I will say though, the fact that he came back to his childhood home after 10 years, and his parents have not touched his bedroom once, totally inaccurate. Like
yeah?
the Lindsay Lohan poster stayed on the wall, but aside from that, my bedroom I think it was like 6 months, and they're like, maybe it could be a painting studio. Maybe we could put some weights in there and make a gym. Maybe it could be an office.
Mine's a home office at the moment.
It is a home office. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's accurate. 10 years later, and he's got like T-ball. No, he didn't play T-ball. Let's be honest.
All of his pictures up on the wall
Yes.
of Jamie Palomino.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
I think we should talk to his mom. I think she might need some.
Yeah,
Then again, he's got
you'd-
his younger brother.
and
but-
you'd think that his younger brother would have like
Oh,
made
that's a
the
good
room into
point.
something. Like
that would
he's
be my gaming cave.
yeah, he's a teenager, so you would think that he would have taken that chance to make it into, let's say, his gaming cave or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want a gaming cave.
You should write
now.
to the character of the mother. There you go.
You're playing this all wrong. You should have a gaming cave. Okay, I'll bring this up because you mentioned it, and I've also thought about it. Who are we actually rooting for in this movie?
That's a really good question.
Because like I didn't like Jamie Palomino really until the end, and even then I didn't love
really
her.
like her.
Chris Brander starts off sweet and fat, then he becomes
Sweet
a douche,
and fat.
and then he ends up being sweet at the end. So he comes around
I
full
like him.
circle. Samantha James is a psychopath.
Darla.
Darla. I think that was a pretty good impression, Darla. The brother's annoying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
He's
honest.
funny though. I like him.
The
His
only-
character's really funny.
The only people I was really like, I like this guy. Best friend Clark,
Oh yeah.
who's in my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
He's a damn all-star. And Dusty, played by Chris Klein. I love
you
Dusty.
liked Dusty?
Okay, when we meet adult Dusty, I actually identified with him a lot. Because I'm like, dude, I like The Notebook too. And he's like, let's just go watch The Notebook. And then he befriends Chris Brander's mom. I'm like, I also befriend moms.
Oh, that was funny when they invited her along. Oh my
And-
god, I would have killed him.
And maybe we're kindred spirits because maybe I had a tumultuous love interest in high school. And when he's like, I'm just going around having copious amounts of random sex, we've all been there, guys. It's a system. You got to slay some dragons until you get to your princess, okay?
Slay some dragons.
And I think I went the Dusty route and not the Chris Brander route.
Oh, not the nerd dweeb and literally melting at her feet.
No, I mean like after high school, it's like if you get shut down by a girl, you can either become, loving and heartfelt and, poke at their heartstrings a little bit and then get them to sleep with you.
Right.
Or you can be a hugely successful douchebag, way overconfident, and bang people.
Dusty Dinkelman.
Dinkelman.
Yes.
Great last name.
I know. I really liked Ryan. I liked Ryan Reynolds' character. I was rooting for him throughout the entire movie.
Right, yeah.
But that's because I
mean,
like Ryan Reynolds.
I was going to say, how much of that is just Ryan Reynolds, though?
A lot.
Most of the movie is just me loving
Yeah,
Ryan
because I think
Reynolds.
he could have done so much better. Like, I think she was... I don't know. I don't know if they had that great of chemistry anyway.
I would agree with that, yeah.
And so I don't think it wasn't completely believable. I guess is also my issue with it. Like I think he could have, one, done better, and two, the chemistry. I don't know if it was all there.
I agree. We didn't see the chemistry until like the last scene when they kiss, and then you're like, oh, I
Mhm.
guess it's there. I also didn't follow her going over to his house that one night to like engage him in a relationship, because like what our Paris Hilton, Ashley Simpson type comes ripping over to the house.
Yeah.
Samantha James parks the car up on your dad's Christmas village, whatever.
Oh, and tears it all to
Calls you a slut,
shreds.
tries to fight you, does monumental damage. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like a war zone. And your response to that is, you know what, I'm going to go over to Chris Brander's house.
put
I'm
on
gonna
a shirt.
I'm going to crush a bunch of ice cream and try and bang him.
Yeah.
What? He just demolished your dad's home. What are you doing? Do you have no questions about Samantha James and what her role in this is?
Yeah, you know what? She never ever questioned it
She's never
throughout
she's crazy, right? Like,
throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
She never questioned why she was there. I just
we all
realized
just
that.
accepted Samantha James as this tornado character
Yeah.
running around.
I totally just realized that.
Nobody.
Nobody questioned that she was there.
Anyways, what are we on to? Quick facts?
Quick facts.
Hit me.
Okay, so did you know that the movie was shot in Saskatchewan?
Where in Saskatchewan?
Regina and Moose Jaw.
Oh my God,
I know.
really?
Yeah. In the In the
You're kidding.
In the freezing cold weather, they had very little money to make the movie, and a Canadian company agreed to do it. So they flew up to Regina, Saskatchewan, smack dab in the middle of winter.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because Ryan Reynolds also makes a joke about Regina, Saskatchewan in the Deadpool movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, Deadpool
Yes.
is from Regina. And he makes the joke. He's like, you know what Regina rhymes with? Fun. And that's the joke. That's funny. Maybe that's like a callback. Maybe he wrote that in because he's like, I loved my time in Regina.
So I was reading that they had a ton of fun on set because no one from the studio or nobody from the company
wanted
really
to go to
came
Regina.
Out. Yeah.
That's fair.
So because so they were able to just go hang out. They were able to just have like a relaxing time off filming.
That's
and
amazing.
Yeah, so they actually had a really good time other than it being freezing cold in the middle of winter.
Well, let's shoot our next movie in Edmonton. Oh, you guys go ahead with that then.
Yeah.
In winter? Oh. Okay, sure. Okay, what else we got?
So the director, Roger Cumble, he actually co-wrote Samantha James's song "Forgiveness."
Don't say the song because I actually have that in my honorable mentions.
Okay, so I won't.
Can I? Okay.
So he wanted to be a part of the creative process. So he literally said he wanted to write a bad song for Samantha, and he was in a high school band. And it didn't. They obviously broke up, and
you
he
succeeded in writing a terrible song,
right? Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Can I do it?
Sure.
Honorable mention. We'll skip right to it. Anna Faris
Okay.
as Samantha James.
Yeah.
Was written perfectly in this movie, and I grabbed some quotes because that song you were talking about. Here's how it goes: Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. To forgive is divine. So let's have a glass of wine. And have makeup sex until the end of time. Time. Isn't that horrible?
Oh, it's an awful song, but it's really catchy. Like I could,
It's weirdly catchy.
Yeah.
You remember it.
And you know what? From the last time I saw the movie to this time, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I know this song. And I sang the lyrics with it.
Did you actually?
Yes, I did.
Wow. She also has a line near the end where she's like, you and I are going to be the greatest musical manager team since Jessica Simpson and her father. Only you and I get to, and they can't because it's illegal. I looked it up. I love her. I love her so much. When she's like, God, I want to lick your skin off. And he's like, oh, please don't.
She had some zingers. It was really good.
She had some zingers. That is my case for Anna Faris being the honorable mention. You can continue. I just wanted to spit that out.
So the poster that Chris's brother had in his bedroom, the one with the whipped cream on her boobs.
Oh, yeah.
So they actually had her do that.
That was a real photo shoot.
That was a real
happened.
photo shoot that
Wow.
actually happened. She really did put whipped cream
Good
on
for
her boobs
Anna Faris.
to shoot the poster.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm coming full circle. I'll say Anna Faris. I'll say your name the stupid way if you're going to commit to a role like that. I'm on your team now. Anna. It's still kind of dumb.
Yeah. And the toothpaste scene. So this is another scene with Anna Faris.
Man. Great.
The toothpaste scene after she was tased was not written in the script.
Oh, really?
So that actually was something that Ryan Reynolds came up with before they shot the scene, and they kind of just went with it. So they filmed it and they just were going with it, and they stuck toothpaste in her mouth and she went with it.
She's like, it tastes like bubble gum or something like that.
Yeah, she did say
Man,
that.
she has she pulled the movie together, I think. We needed a Samantha James.
Oh yeah, she was the comedic
now I'm saying
relief
Samantha,
for sure.
like Anna. Samantha
Anna.
James.
So another fact that I didn't realize, at the time the movie was filming, did you know who Ryan Reynolds was dating?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll just tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Alanis Morissette.
Wow. They dated?
Yes, I had no
no
idea. That was like out of left field. I had absolutely no idea that they were dating. She visited the set in Saskatchewan and made a cameo.
Wait, where is she?
But it didn't make the cut.
Oh, no.
No, she didn't make it.
Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
Ryan is really sticking to his Canadian roots. Wow.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I was reading that and I was like, no, they didn't date.
That's so ironic.
That's so ironic.
That's an easy joke. Yeah, I had to make it.
So the character, Dusty Dinkelman.
Love him. Chris Klein.
Did you know who he was almost played by? So they wanted a young, attractive
I was gonna say like
male
a
to
James
play it.
Franco or something.
Okay, so that's a good guess. Bradley
thank you.
Cooper.
Oh,
Mhm. Yep.
I like that.
And he actually wanted to do the movie, but they couldn't get him there because they couldn't guarantee that the plane would take off because it was too cold.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm not joking. So Chris Klein, yeah, he read for them and it was great. They
You know
chose him to play Dusty instead.
I like that because the first role that I vividly remember Bradley Cooper playing is Wedding Crashers, where he plays like that douchey all-American jock
Yes.
character.
Yep.
So I mean,
forgot he was in that movie. Does it surprise you that Ryan Reynolds' idea to lip sing "I Swear"?
wait, when did that happen?
At the very
I
beginning.
swear- Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. So does it surprise you that he came up with that idea?
Not at all.
No.
That's perfect for fat Ryan Reynolds to do.
Absolutely. And he knew the entire song, and they shot it in one take.
Oh my God! Wait.
Yes, he knew every single word of that song, and so they were like, "Okay, cool, do whatever you got to do," and they shot it all in one take, and they were done with it.
Is that the opening scene where he's
Yes,
writing
it
the
is.
letter? Oh my God! They
Yeah.
did that in one take.
Yes,
That's my favorite scene of the movie.
I know, I love that scene.
God, I feel like it sets us up perfectly.
For what kind of character he's going to be?
Yes, especially because you only see him like touching photographs and like writing the letter, and then I swear, and it's him in the mirror,
Yes.
chubby. Oh man, I love it.
In
I
his
love
fat
all
suit.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what are we moving on to now? Honorable mentions. I already did one. What do you got for honorable mentions?
Samantha James.
So good.
Yes. So I mean, I love Anna Faris. She always plays the most outrageous roles and makes them fun. Like, this role is absolutely over the top. She's clingy and so self-absorbed, and there is a lot of crazy going on. I just loved her character. It was really good.
She's great. I had Clark getting an honorable mention,
Oh, yes.
played by Fred Uwaniak. You know what?
Corner-
Where's the setting for Corner Gas? Because so Fred was on a Canadian show called Corner Gas.
Yeah.
It was set in rural Canada. I'm
It was-
thinking Saskatchewan.
It was in the prairies,
This
for
is way
sure.
too Canadian already. We got to stop talking about Canada in this show. This is a lot. Because I'm pretty sure Corner Gas, in which he stars in, is also set in Saskatchewan.
Can you look it up?
Dog River, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my
It
God.
was in Saskatchewan.
Jesus. So Clark is getting my honorable mention. I think he's the best character in the show. Not like the best played, but just like he's the best friend, quote unquote. Chris Brander hasn't seen this guy in 10 years, and he assumes the role immediately. Like, yeah, I'm the best friend. I'm going to drive him to the airport when he needs. I'm going to help him bang this chick. He is the best friend, and yet they haven't had contact in 10 years.
You think
in
he's
this
the
movie.
best character in the movie?
I think in terms of generosity, general humanity, he's a good character.
Well, he definitely goes way, way like overboard on his generosity.
Everybody's a douchebag
and-
in this movie except for Clark.
Yeah, that's a good point. And his wife.
Am I
Darla.
wrong? Yeah, Darla. The only other honorable mention I have is Ryan Reynolds' face.
Oh my God, yes.
It takes a beating in this movie.
It really does.
I counted 22 slaps,
No.
3 to 4 face punches. There was a puck that hit him in the face. Not only that, his face collides directly with the ice. Did he get new teeth? Is that what happened?
They talk about how he has veneers, and then when he gets hit in the face with the puck during the hockey scene, the skate scene, I think he goes to the dentist and goes and gets them. Well, he goes to Clark and he gets the veneers
The best
fixed.
friend.
Yeah, the best friend.
God.
He does go over the top for him.
Clark wins for me. And Ryan Reynolds' face. That's a lot of scenes
I
of
really
you
like
getting slapped in the
Ryan
face.
Reynolds' face. That's a good one.
Save it for the thirst factor. What we got now? Best scenes or thirst factor? Why don't we go to best scenes?
Okay.
Because, I mean, we've already talked about it. The opening scene, by far.
Is your favorite?
Oh, my God. So good.
Okay, so, and we've kind of already talked about my favorite scene is the toothpaste scene. I love when things are unplanned and not written in the script and the actors kind of just go off script with it, and they always turn out great, and they're some of the funniest parts of a movie. I really liked the scene when they're in the church and Dusty Dinkelman is up there singing on his guitar, and Chris and Jamie go into the other room to talk about how Dusty is trying to sabotage and just sleep with her to get back for putting him in the friend zone 10 years ago.
Hell yeah.
And
Let's go, Dusty.
And Dusty goes into the room.
What are you guys talking about?
What are you guys talking about? And then all of a sudden, Ryan Reynolds' character
The fight erupts.
he just starts yelling and goes after him, all in church in front of like 100 people, in front of like a Christmas concert. That was really funny.
I feel like that scene's a plot hole, though. Because
Why?
they see, before that, they see Dusty at the hospital.
Hitting on Janice.
Playing the Janice song.
Yeah.
He then talks to them about how he's trying to bang everybody. He takes a paramedic call and he leaves.
Yeah.
Clark, being the best friend that he is, driving Chris to the airport.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
They try to drive to the airport. Chris is like, nah, I gotta go see Jamie. And then they get to the church and Dusty's already there. He already had a costume change and he was mid-song.
Yeah, he's wearing plaid.
What was the call that you went to, Dusty? Was it just like...
Christmas concert.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I gotta take this call. The Christmas concert is getting me on
Just
the...
in case something
got
happens.
an APB out for the church. I gotta go. Are we on to Thirst Factor now?
Yeah, sure.
Should we start off with the really hard one?
Okay.
I think you need to rate Fat Ryan Reynolds
Oh, okay.
and Fit Ryan Reynolds
So
in two different categories.
I do have something. So
Okay, what do you got?
So Ryan Reynolds as like him as the human, a 9.5.
Are we talking about actor Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
all
As
right.
the
We're going off
actor-
script here.
Yeah, as the actor Ryan Reynolds, I mean 9.5. Love him. Character.
Okay, Chris Brander, fat.
Okay, Chris Brander, fat, beginning of the movie, in that fat suit.
Yeah.
Four-
Chugging the Coke.
4?
4. Wow.
I know. I feel bad about
How
it.
shallow are you?
Once he grows up 10 years later,
And becomes an asshole.
a 9.
Wow. So shallow.
I know. It makes me shallow.
Yeah. I
I
love how you're
know.
owning it.
I know. I thought a long time about it. I would
It's really been
say-
consuming you.
I would say
What am I-
okay,
what
like
am I gonna
I would
rate
say
fat
between an
Ryan
8
Reynolds?
and 9. The fat
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds, I'll be honest, was not difficult.
A 4.
It was
Okay.
when he was grown up. See, the thing is he's not actually an asshole.
Wait, no, he definitely is
You
an
think that he
asshole.
is?
Oh, 100%.
I don't think so.
He's a broken jerk who's just trying to bang as many chicks as possible, and Jamie Palomino happens to be his Mount Everest of banging. And he's just trying to climb that mountain, and it turns out along the way he catches feelings, which, surprise, surprise, we knew was going to happen. And then he falls in real love.
And then he turns into a nice human.
Okay, so he redeems himself.
Yeah.
He reverts back to high school. Chris Brander just
A good personality.
he looks a lot hotter. I get you. Stop trying to justify the 4 for fat Chris Brander, okay?
No, fat suit. Fat suit, Chris Brander.
Well, fat suit Ryan Reynolds. Fat Chris Brander.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Jamie Palomino.
I would say a meh 6.
I gave her a 6.5.
A meh 6.
I agree. I never saw the appeal. She's cool. She's down to earth, but like everyone fawning over her, I'm like, her?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Her. Okay.
There's nobody else in
How
this
small
town.
is this town? Yeah.
Exactly.
Samantha James, though.
Oh my god.
She's a perfect example of the hot,
I thought
crazy
you were.
scale.
I thought you were gonna say perfect 10, and I was like,
Oh,
like,
no,
yeah,
no.
right.
No, she's an example of the hot, crazy scale. Because she's like...
She's a lot of nuts.
She's like an 8 on the hot scale, but she's like a 9 on the crazy scale. So you got to stay away from that. Like, she is very attractive, but she's like, great bang. You hit it once, and she starts leaving her toothbrushes at your apartment.
Clingy.
She
Stage
drops by your work.
Stage 5 clinger.
Calls you. She basically does everything that what's her face does in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. She does all those things meaningfully. But she's like an 8. Like, she'd be a great bang. You'd love to take that shot, but you got to be very careful about it afterwards.
You have to be very strategic in how you're gonna get away.
Oh, yeah, you probably need to keep the car running, dodge into her house, make it happen, and then get out of there.
Yeah.
Maybe even have best friend Clark, because he is your best friend, leave him in the car there.
Distraction.
No. I'd say he sits outside in the car at the curb.
Oh, that is true friendship.
Because Clark is that kind of true friend, though,
he
Sarah.
would do that. He would do that. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'd give Samantha James an 8. Like, she was that crazy kind of hot.
And so does the crazy also put her at an 8 though? Leave her
No,
there?
the crazy. These are two separate
Oh, they're
algorithms
two
we're looking at.
separate algorithms.
I'll tell you about the hot crazy scale afterwards.
Okay, thanks.
Barney Stinson, How I Met Your Mother. You love
Oh,
that show.
I do.
Yeah, so she's like a 9 crazy, 8 hot though.
Does
so
she
you gotta
have?
stay away from
Does
that.
she have the crazy eyes?
I mean, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I saw them a few times.
Can we talk about how I think this was Ryan Reynolds' movie where he's like, I'm here, I'm a thing, and I'm not going to go away?
Yeah, I think so, because I had a hard time thinking about what he did before this.
Bingo.
I think he did a few indie movies.
So he had Van Wilder. That was kind of a movie. He also had the
Kind of
Blade
a
Trinity movie, which I feel like everybody talked about. Nobody actually watched it,
Was
though.
this
I've heard it's
before?
horrible. This was before Just Friends.
Oh, okay.
That's like kind of the only real significant things he did. 2005 happens, Just Friends,
Yep.
Waiting, and The Amityville Horror all came out that year.
Oh, Amityville Horror, creepy. I don't like that. But Waiting, I forgot about that movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
The GOAT. But I feel like between Amityville Horror and Just Friends, you got a lot of range there you're showing off.
Yeah, and then he kind of just started showing up in a lot of movies.
Yeah, definitely maybe happened in 08. Smokin' Aces was in 06, so it was right after this. The Proposal was in 09, so I feel like that was a trajectory of now I'm a big deal. Are we on to the what should have beens?
Yeah.
Do you have a Samantha James what should have been?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
I've
well,
got one too.
Who she should be with.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, you go. Well,
No, you go first.
okay.
I swear to God, if it's the same as mine, I'm going to be upset. Don't look!
Okay. So I'll do a Snow.
No!
No, stop it. It's
That's
the same as
read
you?
It. Read it.
No way.
100%.
Okay, so I'll do a Snow, who is played by Russell Brand. He starred
Yes.
in Forgetting Sarah Marshall
And get him to the Greek.
and the spin-off sequel Get Him to the Greek. His character is insane, spontaneous,
Yes.
and a little nuts, but I mean like a lot of nuts, and he's right there on the same level as Samantha James.
They're the kind of couple that would be like, let's snort lines of coke off each other and maybe have a threesome. That's the kind of energy they're both giving off.
Yes, at the same time.
So it would definitely be
Constantly.
tumultuous,
Yes.
but it would definitely work for a little while.
Very chaotic,
100%.
but it would work. Oh my God, I can't believe you had the same one as me.
That just makes me angry.
I was so pumped about this.
I've got another what should have been.
Okay, shoot.
It's a little off the radar, though.
Okay.
Dusty
Yeah.
Dinkelman should have been in the movie American Pie.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. Because Chris Klein actually played a character
Yes,
in
he
that
did.
movie. He played Oz in 1999's American Pie.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he was in that.
Fun fact, my sister actually rented that when it first came out. And my parents let me watch like the first 10 minutes. And I don't know what happened in those first 10 minutes, but they were basically like, Devin, get the hell out of here. And I'm like, I was so upset. I'm like, I want to watch the movie. And they're like, no, absolutely not. Are you watching this movie? I would have been like 9 at the time.
Okay, do you want to hear the story that when I first watched the movie?
Yeah.
So we were with family friends and their kids and my parents and my brother and I, and we were at their house, and we had rented the movie American Pie, and we were all sitting down watching it, and
Wait, the parents?
oh yeah,
Oh,
we were
no.
watching this as like a
Great family
family
movie.
gathering,
Oh.
okay, a family movie.
So lovely.
And all of a sudden,
It's wholesome.
I can't even remember what scene it was because it all happened really fast. Their dad got up and muted it.
Wait, I've got a prediction. Was it when he puts his dick in the apple pie? Because that
I
was
think
aggressive.
It may have been, and stood in front of the TV and told us not to look.
Oh,
And-
100%. It was the dick in the
And
apple pie.
it was the most awkward moment because we didn't know what was happening. Like we couldn't see the TV anymore.
Right.
And then after, I could hear the adults talking after, being like, "That was a really bad decision. We shouldn't have rented that movie for them. Oh my God, what did
What
we
are
do?
doing?
Like, oh my gosh, what are we showing our children?" It was very funny.
Okay, so so we've got Chris Klein, who plays Dusty Dinkelman
Yep.
in Just Friends. He also plays Oz in American Pie. I feel like Dusty is his version of Stifler from American Pie. And now I'm imagining a universe where Dusty is Oz's twin brother, because they're both played by Chris Klein, and he's best friends with Stifler, and they just roam the countryside, banging girls with low self-esteem. That's my what should have been for Dusty. It's a bromance relationship
Right.
of what should have been.
I like that.
Yeah. Dusty and Stifler.
I think that's hilarious.
That could be a spin-off movie, Dusty and Stifler.
It could actually be a really good spin-off movie.
Here we go.
That's a good idea.
If only We thought of this 20 years ago in 2000.
Yeah.
Great ideas, guys. Yeah, so that's what I've got for Just Friends.
Me too.
Overall, very rewatchable.
Yes, because it was really funny. It was nonstop funny the whole entire time.
Non-stop funny, with the asterisk that there were a few questionable jokes that
Yeah.
won't really fly anymore.
Agreed.
As long as you go into it knowing that, hilarious movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
This has been the Rom-Com Rewind Podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Follow us on Instagram at Romcom Rewind Podcast, Twitter, and we'll see you next time. Did you
Bye.
already say see you next time? Okay.
Thanks for listening, guys.
What are your thoughts?